What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? It's your boy Chris with my guy Clarence. Victory Monday, day after Christmas. Got a lot to get in. Let's talk Chiefs.
Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. Queen of Hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to warn him early, hear the truth. Tuning every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chiefs podcast, bringing all the news. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Chris style, out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? You are tuned in to another episode of Arrowhead Chiefs Podcast, episode 102. Here to recap the game against the Seahawks and the Chiefs. Victory Monday. Before we get into all that, what's up, Clarence?
Like you said, it's Victory Monday. Victory is on a Saturday, but it is what it is. What's up, Ty? But yeah, man. Cooling. Bro.
You and me both, brother. You and me both. How was your Christmas?
It was cool. You know what I'm saying? It snowed out here, so it added a little bit of ambiance and made it a white Christmas for the kids. So it was a good time. It was a good day. They enjoyed the day. So
well, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
How about yours?
I had to work, but I got off at 6, picked up my kids from their grandmother's house, went to my uncle's house, ate, chilled, talked, came back to the house, let them open their presents, and that was that.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's what's up.
So
that's what's up.
They'll be out here till Wednesday. You know, they came out here last Saturday, and now they'll be leaving Wednesday. So
before the New Year, huh?
Yep. So be spending these couple days with them, and then
absolutely dive into your New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
But that's for another pod, another episode, another talk.
Yeah,
I digress.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. Well, before we get into the game, we got a little breaking news, Clarence. Nathaniel Hackett got fired. He got fired.
Yeah, that was long overdue, man.
Yeah,
I'm surprised, though. You know what I'm saying? Because this just show you how much the NFL is changing. I remember a coach would come in after 1 year, stink up the joint. He still get another 2 years to try to fix it, turn it around. But
they'll make excuses. Oh, he just needs to implement his players, get the system going.
Not no more. Times done changed, bro. They get them up out of there after one. Yeah.
They don't like them results. They get you out of it. Now, I do think Steve Wilkes should keep his job in Carolina. I think he's
Steve Wilkes has been. They've been playing hard for Steve Wilkes, so absolutely. But this Denver thing just been a train wreck, dog. Part of that's not on him because you lost Javonte Williams. You know what I'm saying? Which was a huge blow to come back from.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's definitely the best player on offense. So
yeah, so I think part of that was. We're going to be able to take some deep shots downfield with Russ. He's a good deep ball thrower, play action pass off of that running game. And, still in this day and age of passing, you still got to have somebody back there that can get you yardage to work that play action, dog. So,
well, I mean, Denver is stuck with Russell Wilson, so they got to get a coach to try to do their best to maximize what they can get out of Russell Wilson. I mean, that's the bottom line. Whether it be a Sean Payton or somebody else.
Sean Payton ain't going to Denver, bro. Sean Payton is not going to Denver. I would be surprised if he ended up in Denver. Yeah,
I'm just saying,
I mean, it's too much.
If you're ownership,
but it's too much to deal with it. Yeah, by far. If you're an owner, it sells tickets. Shit,
you do everything you can to try to get them down here. If you can't, if not, maybe this is the opportunity Eric Bieniemy gets. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe they do something stupid and go hire Cliff Kingsbury when he gets fired from Arizona.
You just never know, dog. You never know. Black Monday coming. Black Monday is coming.
Yeah. It depends on the results of Dallas on where Sean Payton goes. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I agree, Mark. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. Chiefs win 24-10. The name of
3
this
points off
game.
my prediction.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. The name of this game was all defense, man. The offense, they had their struggles, pretty much predominantly of the game. There was a lot of drop
Mm-hmm.
passes, a lot of 3 and out, stall outs, but it didn't matter
Cold as
because
shit.
the ball was hitting that hand, and that brick ball was
Cold as
hitting
cold as
Justin.
shit.
Justin Watson ain't used to them brick balls coming at him. He used to them Tampa Bay footballs coming
You
at
know what I'm
him.
saying?
So
Cold as shit out there.
he ain't used to that. So,
Nah.
but the name of this game, which I was actually happy, was the defense. They came to play, on all phases. There was no disappointment in this game. Maybe one series with just Joshua Williams. But other than that, the team played good. You know what I'm saying? The defensive line was unbelievable. George Karlaftis, he got a sack. Chris Jones got a sack at the end. Mike Dana got a sack. And they were just relentless. Willie Gage, probably his best game was on Sunday. He wasn't, over pursuing with his tackles. He was squaring up. He was hitting. Everybody was, getting tackles for loss. It was just a great game. Constant pressure on Geno Smith. He was not comfortable all game. And, L'Jarius Sneed, he shadowed DK Metcalf. Of course, DK is going to get his. He's a good player. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to get his. But he held him under 100 yards and no touchdowns. So that's all you can ask for when it comes to a team like that. So, yep. So,
Yeah, Ty was at that game freezing his balls off. So
I wanted Ty to come. He's doing the show, but I wanted Ty to come on and give us some on-site analysis of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
it was a decent game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the defense is trending in the right direction. You want to put defensive performances like this together, especially towards this time of year where everything is just fine tuning, trying to maintain health and get into the playoffs. So for them to play like this, and shout out to Nick Bolton breaking Donnie Edwards' record for the most 10 tackle games in a season. You know what I'm saying? He's right there. So, everything's trending in the right direction for him. And, even though, they didn't have Tyler Lockett, you still got to come out. You still got to handle a DK. You still got to deal with Kenneth Walker in the backfield. Geno Smith has been bombing all year. You know what I'm saying? You still have to come out and try to lock these teams down and show that, we playoff ready right now. You know what I mean? So this was definitely a good performance by the whole team overall. You know what I'm saying? You still got to put up the points, which they did. You still got to play defense and get off the field, which they did. You know what I'm saying? Special teams didn't kill us. So, everything was perfect. Perfect for Saturday.
I agree. And one thing that was brought up was it was good to see the rookies step up, man. The rookies stepped up. Trent McDuffie had a great game. Jalen Watson came in. Even Joshua Williams, other than that series, he still had a good game. He had a pass breakup. He had some tackles in there. George Karlaftis was great in this game. Brian Cook, he came in and made a couple, big tackles for losses. So Leo Chenal, he was doing his thing. So this was a good sign seeing the rookies come in, and it just looked like they just played with energy. They looked like they didn't have to think too much. They was just flying around, getting to where they need to be. And when this defense can play like this, we can beat any team. You know what I'm saying? We could beat any team if we can bring this defense into the playoffs. There's not, our shot is through the roof getting to the Super Bowl. I don't care if we got to play, a road game. You know what I'm saying? We can take this defense on the road because this defense can keep a team under, 17 or at least 20, keep it to 20 points. If we can keep Buffalo to 20, we can win that game. We can keep the Bengals to 20. We can win that game. But you
I
know what I'm
agree.
saying?
I definitely agree.
It's just that, one thing I do want to see these next two games is I still want us to still have just a little bit more complete game where the offense and defense is in sync.
And I think that's obviously what the projection is. To be able to play, to see them step up and play that well on defense, you already know what the offense is going to do. So,
Yeah.
trying to throw in new wrinkles this week.
That too, Mark. Yeah. It's got to be more complete in the second half. Offense, I just wanted to see a little bit more from the offense. Finally the defense is playing good. I want to see them both play good overall. They did do well overall, though. They did. They did. They did enough to win that. The offense did what they were supposed to do enough to win that game. So that's I'm not going to sit up here and nitpick and complain too much, but I do want to see going in before we get into the playoff run, just both sides playing at a high level in all four quarters. You know what I'm saying? So,
And I mean, you trying to implement Kadarius Toney back
yeah.
into it. Obviously, Cole's got to come back into this equation too. So it's just testing and seeing what works, how their speed on the field, how everybody else adapts and adjusts, how the opposing team plays against it. You know what I'm saying? Over these next two games, that's what you want to see. So you know what works offensively. You still got this running game that's still growing and growing and growing, and McKinnon is balling and he's getting hot right now. So everything is gelling and coming together on time. It's on schedule with what they probably envisioned back in September, maybe August. You dig what I'm saying? Like these are the things we want to be trending towards at the end of December going into January, which I think they're doing a good job of it right now.
I agree. But yeah, going because the playoff hunt, you know what I'm saying, the playoff picture is rounding up. We know who all the players are in this conference. Miami's coming back down to earth. Tua's not looking too good. The Chargers are ascending. If they win tonight, people are going to be talking about the Chargers again. They're going to be the
finally
team.
Healthy.
Yeah, and they're going to be the team that nobody wants to face. Not just the Chiefs, but the Bengals probably don't want to face them. The Buffalo Bills are not going to want to face them. Like,
because the Chargers are basically what the Bengals were last year. You dig what I'm saying? And if they make it into the playoffs, like they coming, and they don't care if they got to go to Cincy. They don't care. They feel like, look, we the best team in the AFC. That's the mindset the Chargers have. So I'm just saying, man, they healthy at the right time. Yeah.
But yeah, and then Bengals, they just had a big loss on their offensive line with La'el Collins. He's out for the season. So we'll see how much that affects their offensive line. It was already, that was the talk of the Bengals coming in this year was their offensive line. They revamped it, kind of like how the Chiefs did the following year, the Super Bowl, when we lost to Tampa Bay. They revamped their offensive line in the same vein. Now they lose their right side, so. And now the guy who came in, he did pretty well, but that's a sample size to see what he can do for a full game when he's playing against the Buffalo team, See how he does against a Greg Rousseau, coming off the edge. So we'll see. That could flip, you know what I'm saying? And that could help Buffalo win next week or next Monday come, when they play each other. So, and then Buffalo, Josh Allen's still turning the football over. Yeah, they beat the Bears, but Josh Allen, he did not play a great game in that game either. So
yeah. At this point, if I'm the Bills, I'm just thinking, what's important right now? The importance should be maintaining number one, but trying to stay as healthy as possible. You know what I'm saying? You lost Vaughn already. So try to stay healthy and do just enough to get these dubs, keep that number one spot, and get into the playoffs healthy. Like It's got to be number one issue or series of concerns or whatever the case you want to call it. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Because you can live with Josh throwing a pick or two with that defense. You know what I'm saying? Like that defense is that good.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like they can live with a turnover or two from Josh and be able to overcome that in the postseason. You feel me?
I will push back on this. They can't do that against teams like the Chiefs or the Bills. I mean the Bengals though. They can't do. He can't turn, and if we don't turn the football over, he can't afford to do that because now you're giving us extra possessions to score. You know, you don't want, you know, even the Chargers. You don't want any of those three teams to be able to get an extra possession to, you know, open up the lead for the game because that gets you knocked out of the playoffs. So he does.
We're gonna find out, man.
He
We're
would
gonna
have to
find out.
That's one thing he will. You could do that against the Bears. You can't do that against Chiefs, Chargers, and Bengals. You can't.
That defense is that good, though. Like
the defense is good, but
they can get stops.
And
one of the biggest other things outside of Greg Russo, they got a couple more guys that can get to the quarterback. You know, they got Trey White. They got Trey White back. You know what I'm saying? Their secondary is playing very, very good outside of the loss of Micah Hyde. So, you know what I'm saying? Like everything get ratcheted up in the postseason. Like that defense is damn good. It's good enough to overcome a turnover. It is.
Yeah.
It can weather the storm for a turnover. Just like our defense, you know, God forbid it's a fumble or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. You know, our defense is fast enough and sound enough to overcome a turnover. That's what you build a defense for. You know, just for that insurance of, okay, we have a bad possession. Can this defense get a stop? You just need one.
Yeah, I agree. Now, I know we talked about this before, but I'm just want to get your opinion on this, Clarence. Do you think Pat has solidified the MVP race?
I think so. You know what I mean? You look at not even just the past 2 weeks, but you just look at the whole body of work starting in September. Like there had been no question up until the Denver game. You know what I mean? And you can't, playing that position, you know what I'm saying? You anticipate guys are going to throw picks. Like with how much they throw the football now. You talking about 35, 40, sometimes 50, 60 times throwing the football. Like these dudes are going to throw picks. You know what I mean? So that game, you flush it, you throw it out the window, it was a dub. But at the end of the day, he's been the most consistent guy at that position. I mean, Jalen Hurts has been playing his ass off this year, but it's still not to a level of a Pat. You know what I mean? You look at Hurts' numbers with Devontae and AJ and Quez Watkins. And I mean, he's got Zach Pascal. Like, he's got weapons, dog. You dig what I'm saying? And for Pat to primarily have Trav as the number one and a list of guys that are seemingly role players, you feel me, and them stepping up and making plays, like, it's got to be Pat. It's just got to. The run Sunday was enough. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That was a beautiful run that he scored that TD on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know he probably don't give a damn about that MVP. He don't care about that for real.
He got one. He already got one, so it's kind of like he wants
Super Bowl MVP
is what he wants.
Yeah, for real.
But I agree with what you said. I agree with Mark that it's his to lose to me. Mm-hmm. You know? Even with Joe Burrow, if Joe Burrow goes out there and balls out, I think he'll be in the picture. But if he balls out against Buffalo on Monday, he'll be in the discussion. But I just think that what's your name still, because he's like so far away, yard wise, touchdown wise.
From who? Hurts or Burrows?
Burrows. I'm just saying, if Burrows has a great game against Josh Allen on Monday,
Joe Burrow don't have a chance, dog, to catch that MVP race. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too late.
I agree. Yeah, he did 5 passes. That's crazy. 20 straight completions in that Texans game. But yeah, I no, I agree. I think that I think Mahomes has just. I think and then my MVP is a narrative base
Yeah, it
award
is. It
too,
really is.
and the
Yeah,
narrative on Mahomes this year was, oh, he ain't got Tyreek this year. He ain't gonna be able to do what he used to do. The numbers ain't gonna be the same, and he's probably having his best. He is having his best season ever
absolutely,
in his
absolutely,
career. In his 5 year career,
absolutely,
he's having his best season, better than the
absolutely.
MVP season. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
because
absolutely.
he's learned how to take what the defense is giving him, and he's playing. Other than the Denver game,
He
and
doesn't have a
maybe
choice
yeah,
because he doesn't have a choice now. He doesn't have a coverage beater. You know what I mean? Which was the best thing for him.
right.
He didn't need Tyreek. Tyreek was hurting him more than Tyreek was helping him
Yeah, he was.
because he didn't have to read.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he could see option one. Okay, Reek has blown past this damn zone coverage or the man coverage. He beats it. Like you don't get that shit all the time. So why did he have to learn to read? You know what I mean? Like I don't have to. Fuck is you talking about? Talk to me normal. You know what I'm saying? Like he's blowing past three dudes. All I got
Yeah.
to do is just get the ball to a spot and he's going to run underneath it. Like, you don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Reek is a
Yeah.
thing of beauty, but Tyreek was hurting him his longevity because Pat didn't have to go through those reads like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he didn't have to be more patient within the offense. He could do whatever he wanted to do. You feel
And
me?
then
Like, it's a good thing Reek is gone.
yeah. And then last year, I think it taught them too that when they started game planning more so for Tyreek and doing that too high safety, um, it made Pat learn to be patient. You know, he had to learn to take the underneath stuff and pass it to the running backs more, pass it in the flats, pass it in the middle of the field instead of trying to go bombs away and try to big play highlight reel all the time. And don't, one thing about this league, they may not figure you out the first 2 years, but damn it, they're gonna figure something out in that third year. These defensive coordinators get paid too much.
Absolutely. They wasn't having that. And you see that one of the biggest things since he did was ran the same defense to try to throw him off this year,
Mhm.
which I don't know what happened, what maybe he saw when they went to that stupid ass defense, but something within that defense is causing him an issue that he can't figure out yet. There's something that's happening because when they
Oh,
run it, it's like he almost has muscle memory from last year and dealing with it and not processing it quickly. You know what I
well,
mean? Like
I will
the
say
times that
this.
they hit him with this defense this year in that game, he struggled. He struggled when they did it this year.
I push back on this because I will say they were moving the ball. If it wasn't for Travis fumbling the football, we having a different discussion.
Okay, but even before that, you don't have that situation where you dependent upon Travis's play. If the offense would move in those situations when the Bengals would throw that defense. There's two or three times in that game where the Bengals run that defense and Pat holds the football. There has to be something that he's supposed to go to when they run that defense that he's not finding. For whatever reason, he's not finding it. Go back and watch that game. Go back and watch that game, dog. I
I thought
promise you,
I
there was
thought he
times when
played.
they ran it.
I thought. I mean, of course they're gonna get him a couple times, but I thought for the most part in that game, I thought he was way more better against that defense than he was in the AFC Championship the second half. He, I thought that and then I thought Andy Reid helped him out a little bit more with running the football too, because that's the key of beating that type of defense is running the football because they're rushing forward and dropping eight in coverage. So
With a
run the
spy
foot
underneath.
with a spy underneath because they want to they don't want him rushing outside.
And that's what I'm saying. On the pass plays, when they ran that, for some odd reason, it was like his body went to muscle memory, and for whatever reason, he would hold it. And that would allow for that spy to get closer and closer and closer. It's like they focus on let's try to confuse him on the back end and keep pressing slowly with this spy so that we can flush him out of the pocket to try to run around to make a ridiculous throw that we can make a play on. It's like they were trying to give him no choice but to try to be super Pat mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for whatever reason, and it seemed like there was a drive or two when it happened, and it fucking worked. I don't know how or why, but it did.
Yeah, because even on that last drive where he got sacked, I thought he should have ran. Like everybody was saying, Jared McKinnon was open in the flats, but in reality he wasn't. There was a defender right there to close in on Jared McKinnon. So I understood why he didn't throw it after you watched the full play materialize. But it was so much field wide open right in front of him. If he had just ran, because his first man, and of course you want your quarterback to do that. You want him to keep looking downfield and see somebody open.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, had he had got away a little bit, Juju got wide open, you know what I'm saying? Right when he got sacked, Juju was wide open. But if he had just ran it and just ran up the middle, he would have got the first time. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that when it pertains to him, him as a player, he has gotten better, learning to, navigate the field more because he has, like you say, he has no choice now. He doesn't have that equalizer no more to say, oh, it's Tyreek is right here. I'm going to get it to Tyreek, and if Tyreek ain't open, I'm going to find Travis. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't trust none of these other. I don't trust Demarcus Robinson. I don't trust Byron Pringle that much. Some plays he trusts him, but sometimes he don't. Now he looks for Travis, looks for Jared McKinnon, looks for Juju,
looks for MVS.
He looks everywhere.
Noah Gray.
Noah Gray, He's going through his progressions a lot more. So it's made him a more complete quarterback, and it's upped his game more. And it's crazy that you can still say he get even better. Because I think the game, part of his game, and I think he does that he does this at a high level now. But just getting to a point where he could just process what's going on faster at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, without a doubt. Like, I mean, even right now, I mean, shit, you talking about shit that he remembers seeing last year, 2-3 years ago that he's diagnosing at a high rate. Like Travis said, like his brain is leaps and bounds faster. It's moving at a faster pace than everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, dog, he is that dude. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. Like he is fucking Superman, dog. Like,
he is.
No quarterbacks don't process that fast. I mean, even faster than Aaron Rodgers. Because Aaron and Tom process things so fast. But I mean, what he's doing, it's unreal, dog. It's a thing of beauty, bro. It really is, dog.
It is. When he's flowing and he's, operating at a high level, is nobody like Mahomes. Like there's some throws, like throw that he threw to Travis on Saturday over the shoulder of the defender. Like you can't, like there's not a lot of people that can do that, man. Like I don't even think Josh Allen can make that throw. Right?
No, hell no. Josh couldn't make that throw.
I don't think so. I think that would have been a pick.
No. Yeah.
Like to make that type of throw, the arm.
Maybe Herbert. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe Herbert.
I think Herbert is probably the only other quarterback that could go throw for throw with Pat and you'd be like, ooh. Because Joe Burrow, to me, he's more of, if you had to define him, your traditional quarterback.
He's Tom Brady.
He's Tom Brady.
He's a mode of Tom Brady. Yeah. He's more Tom Brady.
Whereas you got Patrick, who's the best version of Aaron Rodgers that we would ever see. Like he's Aaron Rodgers, and the reason why Mike McCarthy always threw the damn ball in Green Bay.
Yeah. This
is what Mike McCarthy probably envisioned back then when I was screaming for him to get a damn running back and run a football zone. Because that's the very reason why Mike McCarthy got fired in Green Bay, was the fact that they wasn't winning enough football games and doing enough, because Mike had Aaron throwing the football so pass heavy in Green Bay and they just would not run the damn football. I mean, would not run it enough in Green Bay, dog.
Yeah, no, I agree. Now, Clarence, going to this season, the receiving core was the talk of this team. You know, it was going to be so much change with Juju, MVS. You got Justin Watson. We draft Scott Moore. You know what I'm saying? So the receiving core was always going to be implemented. As soon as we have a bad game, they're going to be like, they missing Tyreek. You know, even though that wasn't the story of the game. You know, even if that wasn't the story, Juju can have a good game. MVS can have a decent game. Scott Moore can come in and make some catches. If we lost that game, they still would blame the receiving core. What would you give the grade of this receiving core coming up to right now?
I would give them what is I forgot what's the lowest A you could get. Is that the A or the A minor? A minor?
Probably A.
The A. I'd give them an A. You know what I mean? I'd give them a solid A. Listen, I mean, nobody is a marquee guy in this wide receiving room.
No.
But for what Andy and Eric envisioned, I'm sure they are leaps and bounds, just over the moon happy with that production. You know what I'm saying? You got a Juju who's been relatively healthy all year. You got MVS who's being MVS. Like, they knew this was going to be him. You know what I'm saying? Sky Moore stepped up when they needed it. Justin Watson, he had a shitty game Sunday, but he's still dependable to an extent. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to get all of that type of production from that room, like, you got to be happy with the decisions that y'all made. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got to be happy with the production of Juju Smith-Schuster. He's come in. Yeah. He's pretty much revitalized. I mean, he didn't do the. Yeah. He was never gonna meet the 1,400-yard receiving Juju.
No.
But you're happy for the production that you got. He's close to having 1,000 yards, and he'll probably hit that mark in these next 2 games.
Probably an incentive in his contract too. You know what I'm saying?
And you might be looking at Juju coming back next year, which you'll welcome that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's building a rapport with Patrick Mahomes. He might take a little bit of a discount to come back to Kansas City. He might. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he got it made here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And he'll be
real simple.
He'll be in the second year of the offense, so now he can come in and now they can really game plan and implement plays for Juju Smith. This is strictly for Juju. He's the first read. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Travis is Travis. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do what he do. But then Sky Moore, you know, you want more opportunities for Sky Moore, but when Sky stepped in, he's made the plays, and you're happy for the potential of Sky Moore. You're at his projection. Going into next year, you're going to be like, okay, Sky's going to take that next step because he's shown it. He's shown it. So Justin Watson, I don't blame all of Saturday on him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had some drops. Like you said, I don't think he's, ready for that cold football coming at him like that. You know, Pat going to throw that rocket at him. And then some of them throws were kind of on Pat too. Like he didn't hit him like that long pass. And you gotta give Tariq Williams.
He's fast as fuck, man.
He ran a 4.26. He ran a 4.26.
People don't understand why he's starting for the Seahawks as a rookie, dog. He's fast and he long.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's Pete Carroll's dream. He's Pete Carroll's dream. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if Sherm had them burners like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he is. He's Sherm with burners.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, all right. Don't sleep on that dude.
Yeah,
that dude is fast as shit, man.
He caught up to that. But if he had got that pick, I wouldn't have been mad. I'd be like, hey, man, he earned that.
He closed that distance so fast. It was amazing.
I ain't seen stuff.
It was amazing.
I ain't seen nothing like that since Dion, man. I ain't seen nothing like that since Dion, man. Dion, you can beat him at the line of scrimmage,
but he coming. He coming. He gonna close that ground and make that play. He gonna get you, dog. Yeah.
But I agree with you. I'm gonna give the receiving core an A because of the how they were looked at. You know, they were looked at as they weren't going to be that good. Everybody looked at Juju like, he's not going to be all that good. I don't believe they was more so talking about him doing TikTok dances and all that stuff, which personally I don't really care about that. Whatever.
Yeah.
You can do all the TikTok dances all you want, as long as you're producing
Yeah.
on the field and come
As
bring
long
your
as you're
hard
making
hat.
plays. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
got over. I thought that got overblown a little bit too much. MVS, like you said, he is what he is. MVS is going to give you a game where he's making big catches and he's catching everything, and then you're going to get the MVS is going to drop a pass. Now you just hope
That's gonna catch a ball on the sideline and I'm putting his left foot down.
Yeah,
It would have been a great catch, but
yeah,
you don't get that left foot down. Like, come on, bro.
yeah.
But that's him though. You know what I'm saying? That's him though.
That's MVS.
He decent for what he is, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He's a straight line deep threat. That's what he is. He's not gonna give you no wiggle, no moves, and shake you off the line of scrimmage or nothing like that.
Right.
He's just straight line speed, and if he can get past you, he can beat you. But it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be like he's gonna shake you at the line and hit you with a jab step. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do all that. So MVS is MVS.
Watch him catch a 56-yarder in the playoffs.
Yeah, he is.
Just watch.
He gonna be quiet all game, and Pat gonna hit him on the 50-yarder to get us in goal line to score. Yeah, running backs. Jared McKinnon has been what he is what he was last year coming into the playoffs. That's when they started and I think that they saved him a lot for the stretch run because Jared McKinnon has a little bit of an injury history. So he got injured last year. So and the last few games when he finally came in, especially in the playoffs, he was lights out. He was by far, the third threat on this team behind Travis and Tyreek last year. And this year he's doing it again.
It's a totally different run concept now that you got Pacheco. You know what I mean? You can go power and really go power this year, whereas last year you had Jarek and CEH. Now you got Pacheco.
Yeah, Pacheco. He provides those short yardage runs. Oh yeah, it says 632 yards and 2 touchdowns and shit. And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, MVS is MVS. I mean, that's the only best way I can explain it. You can't ask MVS to do anything more but what he's doing. Bottom line. And you just hope, he make the few big plays that he can make in a game. I would like to see Sky Moore get a little bit more touches over him. I just think he'll be a little bit more consistent, especially I think Sky Moore right now could be a good third down threat. He can provide, good help in third down situations. To be the leader as a running back is unusual, but shows dimension of this offense. It reminds me of how the Patriots used to be with Gronk, Julian Edelman, and then you had James White out the backfield, and then you had another running back, who was more of the battering ram who could run between the tackles. That's what this team kind of reminds me of. It reminds me of those Patriots teams where they played everything down the middle. Everything was won in the middle, down the seams. And you have that with Travis Kelce. Got that with Juju, more kind of like the Edelman role. And then everybody else was complementary pieces. You had Jared McKinnon as the James White of this offense. And then you have Pacheco being that battering ram that goes between the tackles and can get you first downs and help in short yard situations. You trust Pacheco to get you a 3rd and 5. You can trust Pacheco to get you a 3rd and 1, if you need it. And you don't have to do no trickery where they trot Mike Burton out there and trying to get a first down, manufacture a first down. No, you can line up in I formation, give it to Pacheco, and he can get it. That's why Tom and Tampa Bay is struggling. They don't have a consistent running back. I agree. They don't have a consistent running back. Leonard Fournette does not look good this season. Who else look good? The other running backs haven't done anything. And then plus Mike Evans is slow. Chris Godwin doesn't have that speed that he had before he hurt his leg. So, but like I said, this offense reminds me of those New England offenses where everything was down the middle. You know what I'm saying? It was in the scene a lot more 2 tight end, 3 tight end sets. Like I said, when they had Gronk, they had Julian Edelman, they had James White, they had all those dudes, and James White was like their third receiving threat.
Aaron Hernandez,
him too. But even when they lost him, it was just James White, LeGarrette Blount, you know what I'm saying, running between the tackles or whatever running back. Sony Michel, the year they won that Super Bowl, and then they just had Julian Edelman. And then, like I said, James White was the other receiver. And that's Gerald McKinnon. He's the James White of this offense, So, and I believe that's what this offense is more close to. And you can win with that type of offense when you have those type of pieces, clicking at all cylinders. All right, Clarence, who is your game MVP?
It's got to go to the whole defense, Scout.
Yeah.
It's got to.
Yeah, I agree. Game balls for all the defense, especially the rookies.
Absolutely.
Especially the rookies. All right, Clarence.
People was talking about Juan Thornhill. Juan Thornhill got a pick.
That was terrible. Man. That was a terrible pass by Geno.
Don't matter. It's a pick.
I know. I'm not taking it away, but I just want to know what that.
Listen, don't knock his success. Sit back. Shut up, Chris.
I was happy.
You always on some bullshit, bro.
I was happy.
Call it right. Call it right.
I was happy.
Call it right, mother.
I was happy.
Okay, then don't shit on the throw. A pick is a pick.
You're right. That was
come on now. Stop the shit now.
That was a great interception. And that throw,
it was a nasty ass ball Geno threw. Geno just terrible. That was a shitty ball.
No,
give Juan his flowers. Cut the shit now.
The one is that he played a good. The safeties played a good game. They played a good game. Him and Reed.
All right.
Jay Reed, you ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
Geno threw a shit ball. That was a shit ball Geno threw. Yeah, Jay Reed. Yeah, deep cover. No, it wasn't deep cover. What was it?
In too deep.
Deep cover had Fishburne in it.
In too deep.
Yeah. That was a dope movie though.
Yeah, it was.
Think about it. That was nasty shit LL did, but I digress.
His name was God in that movie.
That was nasty, bro. It was God. Remember that fine shorty that he was with, and then found out a couple months later she strung out. Like, damn, and they mistreating her, making her put the guy. It was. Go check it out, people. Y'all want to see something? Y'all asses ain't working today. Go watch some nasty shit.
Oh, good old classic back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
10-page.
Omar Epps at his finest. LL Cool J.
Be a 10-page report on it. No, just play. But yeah. But I was happy with the defense. Like I said, George Karlaftis has been looking good these past 5 games, man. He's starting to come on, and if we can get George to be another threat as a pass rusher going into the playoffs, that will help out Chris Jones a lot.
I think you got to look at everybody on that edge and give them some respect. Even Dana. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to respect them if you're opposing offense. Like they can get home now. You know what I'm saying? Frank, whatever Frank is doing, like we got to give Frank his flowers, dog, because you saw him in training camp working with Big George. You know what I'm saying? Like he been leading by example. He been making plays. Like Frank's been doing a hell of a job, dog.
Frank has been, and I like what he said in his press. In the post-game press, you could tell that Frank has always been self-aware, and that's one thing I've always respected about Frank is that you never see Frank where he's delusional. he's always going to speak the truth. If he feel like he had a bad game, he knows he had a bad game. He gonna tell you he had a bad game. If you feel like the defense could have did something better, he gonna tell you, and you can tell he does his homework. One thing about Frank Clark is he knows who he's up against. He knows, he tells you, he writes notes, he takes notes, he knows, different offensive, tackles and guards, and he does his homework for sure, and that's one thing I respect about Frank Clark is and he's always down for his guys. You know what I'm saying? Like he's willing to take these guys under their wing. He's took George under his wing and trying to help him out, and make him a better player overall. Because one thing about Frank is still good at setting the edge. That's one thing Frank is good at. He's still good at dissecting run plays, and if you can get a good pass rush out of Frank, that's the best version of Frank. When he's coming off that edge fast, and he's not the sickness ain't messing with him in his stomach, and he's healthy. That's the Frank we need in the play. We need the shark. We need the shark. Yeah, he's less distracted too. All his issues are behind him, and it just seems like he's at peace right now. He knows his role as a lead. He's a leader on this team too. He's definitely a leader on this team because you can tell that the guys respect him around him. The Georges, the Carlos Dunlaps, all those guys. Chris, they respect Frank. So that's one thing I'll always, show love to Frank Clark. Now, I know we don't care about the Pro Bowl, but I got to speak my mind, man. L'Jarius Sneed didn't make the Pro Bowl. Nick Bolton didn't make the Pro Bowl. And I think that was some bullshit. But Orlando Brown makes the damn Pro Bowl. Orlando Brown. Really? The guy who's tops and giving up the most pressures in the NFL. That guy. He makes the Pro Bowl. But not L'Jarius Sneed, who's probably a top. You at least say he's a top 10.
So who voted on the Pro Bowl?
Well, they do
Who votes on it?
They do the fans first.
The fans vote.
And then the coaches. Coaches and players vote.
Mm-hmm.
They get the majority of the vote.
Okay, so I don't think it should be an issue. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing a game. They're not playing a meaningful game. Right. It's Chris damn rant today. It's not even a meaningful game no more. So I personally don't give a damn about the Pro Bowl. I mean, it's good for them, accolade-wise and, to help them at contract time, I believe. It's going to help Orlando Brown contract time. But I mean, we know what it is about Nick Bolton. We know what it is about LJ Sneed. You know what I'm saying? Like, real recognize real, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a flag football game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real. So, I'm not too fucked up about it. I don't think they fucked up about it either.
I don't care about the game itself. It's just more so the nod. It's more so
the recognition and
the recognition of Nick Bolton. He should deserve it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? L'Jarius Sneed has been great this season. It's probably he put together his best season. We all are in agreement that L'Jarius Sneed deserves.
Do you think that they more concerned with a Pro Bowl nod or being voted in the top 100? You know what I'm saying? Because the top 100 is voted on by their peers solely, by their peers. True, so if I'm looking at it, I'm like, shit, y'all better rank me the top of my position in the top 100 over the damn Pro Bowl. For you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
That's just me, though.
I agree, but at the same time, I've heard gripes about the type 100 where guys are like, well, I didn't get no vote. I don't remember voting on that. And then they vote on that like in November. That top 100 should be.
So Nick Bolton should damn shall be up there. So Nick Bolton and Sneed should damn shall be on there then.
He should.
Because that's when they was trending. That's when they was at their hottest. So if it's voted on in November, then they gonna be on that joint.
Yeah, Nick Bolton is third in tackles this year. He had 17 tackles on Saturday. 17. That's a lot of damn
Yeah,
tackles,
I
man.
told you, I told you three or 4 weeks ago, he was ranked like fifth or sixth in the league in tackles. That was back when everybody in Chiefs Kingdom was saying he was boo boo. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so Nick Bolton been balling all year, dog.
Yeah, of
Proof
course.
is in the
Of course.
pudding, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He almost had a pick on Saturday.
They act like they want AJ Hitchens back, you know. So I'm just saying.
Don't you ever mention that name.
I'm just saying that's the way they act, which, you know, I could care less what they say or what they think. But
You treat Anthony Hitchens like Baltimore, the name that shall not be named on this pod.
listen, you need to tell that to your cohorts, man, because they act like Nick Bolton is so slaw, bro. And he ain't been slaw all year.
He been
That
balling.
boy been that dude all year, dog.
He been balling. Now Willie Gay is starting to put it all together. Y'all in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Need to learn how to slow down and hit instead of over pursuing. That was Willie Gay's problem. He would over pursue. He got too much energy. You know what I'm saying? Too many Red Bulls. Protein shake. Now Saturday was his best game. And if he can keep doing that, I'm telling you, he does.
Yep.
Yes, Darius Harris needs to stay out the field. And like I said before, when they asked Willie Gay about that, you could tell you saw the frustration in his face when they asked him about it.
Yeah.
You could tell he wants to be out there on third. He believes he should be out there on third. He should be a third 3-down back. He should, especially in coverage situations. He's our best cover linebacker. Why do you have Darius Harris? I get it. He did really good while Willie Gay was out. But Willie Gay is back now. There's one thing that frustrates me about the Chiefs is that they know that this dude is better. Put him in.
What's wrong with him? But what's wrong with him? I mean, you think about this thing.
It's something that we're not seeing in practice.
Absolutely. Maybe he's got an injury that they're not disclosing because he's showing up every Sunday.
Maybe.
Absolutely. You just never know. You never know what's going on.
You
know what I'm saying?
I've learned that the Chiefs like to save stuff. So maybe they're trying to save that look and bring it out in the playoffs or whatever. And they're going to see it in these last few games. And then all of a sudden Willie Gay is going to be out there on third down doing his thing. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? But from here on out, we should be seeing him on third down.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, I just wanted to. It was more so a way for me to take a dig at Orlando Brown Jr. You know what I'm saying? Because he shouldn't be brought back to Kansas City. That's my real great. You want to hear a rant? We franchise tag this knucklehead and trade his ass for a first round pick. Because I guarantee you, somebody give him a first round pick. Because left tackle is a hard position to find in this league. So bump it. You trade him, and then you go get Laremy Tunsil, baby. Woo! No, you ain't feeling that. You're not feeling that.
No.
You're not feeling that.
No.
You want to keep old Slowfoot over there who can't stop a feed rusher. That's what you want.
He made a Pro Bowl.
You know what? You want to piss me off. That's what you want to do. You trying to get me back. I see what you did. You trying to get me back.
Listen, man. Hey, he made a Pro Bowl. He's a Pro Bowl left tackle. You know what I'm saying? He a Pro Bowl left tackle, dog.
You want to piss me off. You want to get me.
What you gonna do, Veach? What you gonna do, Veach? What you gonna do, Veach? You gonna trade away a Pro Bowl left tackle? You know how many of them there are in the AFC, and you gonna trade one? You got a Pro Bowl left tackle, and you trading in? Y'all crazy?
Trade his ass right to the Jets.
Okay, I'm just saying, bro. He a Pro Bowl left tackle, dog. Give him his flowers, bro. He made Pro Bowl.
Yeah, we're gonna give him dead flowers.
Saying still made a Pro Bowl. He held out everything, still made a Pro Bowl. So I mean, hell, man, give him his flowers, bro. Oh, I cracked myself up.
Hey, Mark, do you think we should pay Orlando Brown to keep him? And Ty, if you still up in here.
I didn't say shit about signing him and keeping him, Chris. That's not what I said.
No, Ty and Mark, if you're still in this chat, do you pay Orlando Brown or do you deal it? No. Look, man.
I agree.
I digress.
I was just saying.
I digress.
Yeah, I know why.
Because I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna end up keeping him. He's gonna use his damn Pro Bowl crap. It is his advantage.
They're not gonna pay him. No, they're not gonna pay him top left tackle money.
I told you need.
They're not paying. They're not paying him. They're not paying him top left tackle money. He's not gonna get that here in Kansas City. That shit ain't gonna happen. Now, if he want to take top 3 right tackle money, then yeah, but he ain't getting premier left tackle fucking money from Kansas City. He got better chances getting hit by a bus than getting that bag, bro. Stop. When they can go get them a kid from college that can do the same job that he's doing and cheaper and potentially be a Pro Bowl left tackle next year anyway, like stop, man. Stop. They can get a right tackle kid that's eager and they'll bump him to left and he'll be just as fine as Orlando. Man, Orlando need to give up hope. Dreams are for suckers.
I personally think they could put that money and get better at safety. Jesse Bates, baby. Woo!
Wow, bro.
You don't want Jesse Bates either? Damn, who do you want, man?
No damn Jesse Bates.
Why not? He's a baller.
Man,
you know Cincy ain't gonna pay, man. You know Cincy ain't
get out of here with that. Then let him go somewhere else.
No. You just don't want because he used to be a Bengal. That's all.
Absolutely. The hell with him, dog.
He didn't have no Jesse Bates. He had no choice with team.
Man, listen. He had choice whether or not he say nothing or let his attitude show on the field when he playing. He's like, man, get out of here. Ain't nobody studying no damn Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates like a foot rash you catch on your feet at the wrong time. Don't nobody want no damn Jesse Bates. Next.
Oh, and Trey Smith should have probably went to the Trey Smith probably should have been a Pro Bowl. I digress. If you want to put somebody on that offensive line, you put Trey Smith instead of Orlando Brown.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that shit. Definitely agree with that shit.
Because, that's just me.
The younger kids should have got that love along that offensive line. Definitely. The younger kids should have got that recognition on that offensive line.
But, you know.
When you got a great center and a great right guard that are young in their careers, you definitely need to get that nod to them over Orlando Brown crybaby ass. But that's just me. Yeah, I should get Trent Williams money. No, you shouldn't, Orlando. Cut the shit.
You can go get that money with the Jacksonville
Jaguars. He can get that back from Jacksonville. Jacksonville will pay him.
That's what I'm saying.
He'll get paid through the nose to go to Jacksonville. Absolutely.
You can go get that with the Detroit Lions if you want to. Have fun in Detroit.
They winning.
They got the boots.
They lost Sunday. Yeah, they lost Sunday, but they building. They building. No.
Lost me some damn money, damn Lions. I knew I should
stop betting on the streaks, man. Stop betting on them streaks, bro. Stay consistent. Teams that play consistent ball.
I'm tired of getting burned this year.
Then stop it.
Them damn Raiders burned me this year.
And you know better. You know better, dog. You know.
Obviously,
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
do.
I keep losing money on that.
Because you don't ask the council or nothing. You just go and do this willy-nilly shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bet on Detroit because they done won 4 of the last 5 games. Yeah, let me take them.
I mean, man,
Yeah, it's the trend of shit.
They was right there. Look, man. It is what it is, man. I thought that the Raiders was going to show up.
Thank you, Mark.
I took the over.
He act like he football dumb. He act like he football dumb sometimes. I know. I'm gonna take the Raiders.
I took the over. That's all. Freaking Derek Carr, he turned back into a pumpkin. He's been a pumpkin all season.
Derek Carr. Because it's Derek Carr.
He's been a pumpkin all season. He's been a pumpkin all his career, but whatever.
Because he's Derek Carr. What do you expect?
Did you see Josh Jacob? He fed up. He done with the Raiders. He ready to go.
Yeah, he done. He probably thinking the same thing. You mean to tell me you picked this motherfucker Derek Carr in your bets, Chris? Come on, Chris.
Oh, he mad at me. That's what he mad
what has Derek Carr did all year? Derek Carr ain't did shit all year. Now you want to bet your money on him? You ought to get your money too.
I hope they get smoked by the 49ers this weekend. There's gonna be
that's easy, bro.
There's gonna be so many 49er fans this weekend.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy.
I've been said that, Mark. I've been said that.
Yeah,
I've been said that.
But it's not gonna happen no more because they got Pacheco.
Yeah.
If Pacheco never would have showed up, then Josh would be here. But Josh ain't coming here now. Yeah, he not sharing carries with Pacheco.
You know where he gonna go.
He want to go somewhere. He number one. Yep.
You know where he gonna go.
And he can catch on third down too.
Yeah. You know where he gonna go next year. We all know where he going next year.
Where?
Them damn Buffalo Bills. Watch. He's gonna be a goddamn Buffalo Bill next year.
If he is.
I know. I know. Don't sleep on the Chargers either, because they need a in between the tackle guy. That's
He's not splitting no carries with Eckler though.
I'm taking Josh Jacobs twice on Sunday over Austin Eckler.
Hey. I see Buffalo. Yeah,
Buffalo.
Buffalo make a lot of sense for Josh.
Out.
Buffalo.
Because I think
they be calling him the savior.
Yeah. Because I think
for real though.
Because I think that if McKinnon stays healthy and continues to go on, they're gonna re-sign Jared McKinnon.
He not coming to Kansas City, no way. You throw Kansas City conversation out of this conversation, bro.
No, I'm just
saying. What the hell you talking about Jared McKinnon getting re-signed for? Josh Jacobs ain't coming to Kansas City regardless.
I get
Pacheco here.
I know. I'm just saying. They're
going
to re-sign Jared
McKinnon. Okay. We know this shit already. Josh Jacobs' ass ain't coming to Kansas City.
All right. When he show up, I want you to say I was wrong.
He not coming to Kansas City, dog. You already know that shit. You know that just like you know that decision to bet on the damn Raiders last week in the Detroit Lions.
They don't sign Jared. They don't sign Jared McKinnon. They bring his ass over here.
What they gonna bring in Josh Jacobs for to be a replacement of Jared McKinnon? He's not a third down back, and he's not coming to Kansas City to play second fiddle to Isaiah Pacheco.
And he can pass.
He wouldn't.
He
not coming. Okay, so what you do with Pacheco then? Huh? I tell you what, you go get Josh Jacobs and re-sign Orlando Brown then, Chris. That's what you do. Pro Bowl analysis.
You did it on purpose. Oh, you want to go low, huh? You going low? They're gonna trade him for a 5th round pick.
The Raiders would do some ignorant shit like that. Oh, you talking about the CEH?
Yeah, I'm talking about CEH. They're gonna trade him. They're gonna trade him.
It'd be sad too, man.
I know, but it give him an opportunity somewhere else.
It do. He needs an opportunity because he really is a good back, dog. Yeah, he really is.
I think he needs to be in a different system. I don't think this was the system for him. So I can see him somewhere else. Maybe not a starter, but like a third down change.
Yeah. Somebody that can eat up some carries and make some plays. Yep. Especially in the passing game. Yep.
Yeah. So I can see him going somewhere else. And I
maybe like San Francisco if Elijah Mitchell don't come back healthy next year. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a huge question mark. Because they got McCaffrey. Now it's going to be, are we going to wait on Elijah Mitchell to come back? Or are we going to roll with these rookies? But they still need somebody else to catch out of the backfield besides CMC. Like, that would be a wise choice. Since Kansas City and San Francisco always got this do a deal, make a deal kind of working relationship anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll take CEH for Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, sure. No problem.
You reaching again, Chris. You reaching. How about you grab Danny Gray from the Niners? That's who you'll get in exchange for CEH.
Yeah,
Danny Gray.
We'll take CEH for George Kittle. Yeah, sure. 2 tight end sets, baby.
Danny Gray. No. You're going to take Danny Gray or Dwelly. Or Dwelly.
We're going to be killing the
You know what I'm saying? San Francisco is not giving you that. San Francisco will give you Danny Gray and a player to be named later in exchange for CEH.
The law firm of Kittle and Kelsey is in business, baby.
Sure.
I'm still mad. We could have drafted him.
Who, Kittle?
You know who everybody claims was so great at picking talent. Mr. John Dorsey decided to go with Jayon Chesson. Yeah, you know where he's at? At home.
But he was cold at Michigan, though.
No, he was cold.
Chesson was cold at Michigan, dog.
He was cold. He was cold. I ain't gonna lie. When he picked him, I was like, all right.
Yeah, both of them was dogs at Michigan at wide receiver. Both of them. And neither one of them did nothing in the league, bro. But it's sad. It is what it is, though.
It's the league, man. That's why it's so hard. The hardest game in the world, man. That's why there's no minor leagues in this thing. You can't simulate this game, baby.
Well, we're going to see if the XFL and the USFL will put out a decent product this year. The USFL didn't do too bad last year. It was decent football, bro.
It was decent football.
It was decent football.
And I liked that the FS1, they did players of the week and all that stuff, highlighted those guys. So, no, they actually did good. I believe The Rock's going to, one thing about The Rock, he's going to put his all into something that he.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a show. It's going to be dope.
So,
and they bringing back some of them teams that they had before. That XFL, that COVID year, that was some really damn good football, dog.
No, it was.
They was really playing some good football, bro.
No, it was. I actually liked that last series of Battlehawks and there was a few other teams. No, they had some good games. I used to
that Arlington squad had Landry Jones at quarterback. Lance Dunbar was back there. That's where homeboy, that tight end from the Chargers, he played in the XFL. Parham.
Yeah, he did.
Parham, that's where he was. He was in the XFL and was killing. That's how he got signed up by the Chargers.
Former Chief Jordan Tamua. He was one of the starting quarterbacks.
He was
one of them starters.
In the USFL, yeah,
he was good.
He was playing for Todd Haley's squad, I think. I think it was Todd Haley's team.
He was playing pretty good. He played in the XFL too, in that last season. So
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Really good. I'm gonna check out the Vegas team. We got the Vegas Vipers out here. Ryan Woodson is the head coach.
You ain't doing shit else after NFL season stuff. You might as well go see a winning product in your hometown right now. You might as well go
because they're gonna be the team. They're gonna be the team of Vegas, not the damn Raiders. We got Martavius Bryant making a comeback, baby. Martavius Bryant with that 1,500 yards and 17 touchdowns in the XFL.
Look, he ain't gonna get that. Martavius be happy to get 700. I got 700. Sit down, Martavius. Will you? I know love for that fool, man.
Yeah, he plays in the XFL.
Yeah, XFL, Mark. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Give up hope.
When
Dreams are for suckers.
When you fly in, you're gonna see a billboard. Welcome to Vegas, the home of Vegas Vipers, Martavius Bryant.
Not the Raiders. And Devontae Adams. Ain't that a bitch?
Martavius Bryant gonna show up to the club.
Ain't that a bitch?
They gonna have the biggest VIP room. Devontae Adams gonna show up. Yeah,
I bet you there'd be an altercation at that club if I'm Devontae.
Yeah, you get the little small section over here. Well, who got the big section? Martavius Bryant.
I bet you he won a couple of minutes.
When I whoop his ass.
Throwing him through the table, knocking all their bottles on the floor. Fuck this club. Ain't nobody enjoying shit tonight. I'm Devontae Adams. Ain't nobody enjoying nothing. I'm Tay, motherfuckers.
But they won the championship. You didn't. You didn't make the playoffs.
That's because we got Carr.
I thought that was your best friend.
Oh, yeah, it's bad, bro.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
But best of luck to the Vipers, though, man.
Yeah. And hey, bring some championship because we got the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights are good out here.
What is that?
Even though I don't watch hockey, whatever.
Oh, that's hockey. Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Well, all right.
They always make the playoffs. I just know that. So.
I got nothing, sir. Got me in the box, bro. Follow no damn hockey.
If it ain't basketball, football, you ain't got no analysis, huh?
Baseball, yeah, I got to announce on some baseball too.
Ain't nothing really to talk about in baseball right now. The Royals are the Royals. And so, yeah. Ain't nothing really to talk about. All right, man. I think I'm going to go ahead and land this thing because ain't nothing else to talk about. If you look down at the bottom, you will see a link to a website for our sponsor, Every Morning Quarterback. If you look down, you see emqpodcast.com/locker-room. You will go to the locker room access of all various podcasts under the Every Morning Quarterback umbrella. There's a Chargers one, a 49ers one, a Patriots one, a Jets one. And there's also our podcast, Arrowhead Chief Podcast. If you click on our tab, you'll see all of our recent and past episodes on that link. Go ahead and follow, subscribe. Also, check out their podcast. They talk about a lot of stuff league-wise. They even give you betting tips for the week. They even talk about college football, so check them out. Shout out to Anthony, Brandon, Connor, and Zach for doing their thing at Every Morning Quarterback. And if you want to get our audios, you can find us on all streaming platforms, whether that be Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, Breaker, wherever you find your podcast at. Arrowhead Chief Podcast is there. All recent and past episodes on there. So give us a check. Check us out. And if you want to follow us on social media, you see that tab up there, right here. Where is that? Right here. AH Chief Podcast. You can find us on all various social media platforms, whether it be Twitter, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find us on all four of those platforms. Follow us. We'll follow you back. Because, Clarence, what is our motto?
We ain't Hollywood. Chris sometimes be on some real Vegas kind
Well, I got you.
I'm done.
But anyway, we're not Hollywood, and I'm not Hollywood either.
Yeah, we ain't Hollywood over here.
We'll follow you back. And, if you got some feedback,
you talk to us normal.
Talk to us nice and normal.
Talk to us nice. Talk to us nice now.
But we are here.
No bull.
We are here for critiques. We're here for feedback. You want us to bring up some topics? Hit us up, man. And we will bring up those topics because we want to give you the best Chief content that we can bring you. because you can go to anywhere else and listen to Chief content because there's a lot of Chief podcasts out there. And shout out to all of them. I'm just saying. You don't have to come to us, but you do. So, yeah. Hit us up, man. Hit us up. All right, Clarence. That's it, brother. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, your off day.
For sure.
I surely will. But take these kids.
As you can hear these kids, these kids up my ass like a thong from the Cisco era. Hell. Pray for me, everybody. Pray for me.
All right, Clarence.
They want to see me. They want to see my demise. Y'all pray for me.
All right, Chiefs Kingdom, we out.